Welcome back to Cruisnick Sanctuary, everyone. Cruisnick X here, along with Ichigo, Halabali, Lord Fireaxe,
Yo,
and Arya Stormborn. Once again, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I am still trying to break off the Shadowbringers. Last episode, we have made the plan to attack Garlemald head-on and apply it directly to the forehead. Really. Anyway.
yeah.
Let's move on with the next quest, the level 82 quest, Best of the Best. The other members of the Ilsabad contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you are ready. Oh, I'm already ready. Let's get to it. The remaining members of the Scions. Your friends and most of the Ilsabad contingent await you within. Would you like me to see you through? Well, haven't been here in a hot second.
By the 12.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn. Holy shit.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
I recognize most of these guys.
Our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted.
Yes.
'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose.
I think I just saw Alka-Zolka in
We
there.
fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for
You
the
did.
entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabad.
I see the Coco brothers. And Madeleine is here. Stefanivian from the Machinist Guild. A few pirates from Limsa. Wait, do I see... What's his name from the Blacksmiths Guild?
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Good
They're
to know.
going all out.
Yep.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
What are you, a school teacher? What the...
Yes.
Oh, what's her name from the Pugilist Guild is here too. Alright, so where's Hammond? Where's Hammond Holyfist? Because I know he'd want to be on this debacle.
Might I ask you to speak first?
Well, hello.
If I must.
Well, Arun. At least you're not your very talkative sister.
I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald.
So you still haven't gotten rid of that bowl cut.
I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurer's Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Yeah.
Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well.
If you talk to someone from the old dog contingent, you might get a mild laugh.
Safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to her. She's way too talkative.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Sickard.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sickard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me.
Well, that's good.
Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship.
Damn straight.
So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Good to see you've had a change of heart, bro.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it.
Awesome.
Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy.
Now, just a heads up before we continue. The little Lalafell on the left is Alkazoka from the Scholars quest line, and the guy on the right, I don't remember his name, but I remember him from the Marauders quest line.
Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Damn straight.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. Then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
The Thaumaturge brothers, Pippin Tarupin, and damn it, I always forget her name. She's from the little Lalafell next to Lys. She's from the Pugilist Guild.
Yeah.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarupin and I will be leading from the front.
Only 3 of the 5 brothers?
You in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction.
Oh!
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us.
Thangrid and Ulyange are just like, we didn't say shit!
And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
Damn straight.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The 4 high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission.
Nice.
Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Emanelaine. You're just like...
Lord Emanelaine?
He's just...
Yes, Emanelaine de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to that. I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honohua with my tales of daring do.
What, he's not sticking with you?
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Oh ho ho ho! We got Sajak from the Gunbreakers Guild. We got the entire Azim Step on our crew.
We're coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
It's a real party.
Yep.
And you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy! Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the
Sadu.
enemy, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
Good to have Sajak with us.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy.
Yep.
But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all.
That's life.
Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders.
Yeah, speaking of Cid, where is he?
Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy. But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
Here, here, Lise.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlund Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities.
Okay.
The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So, it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed.
Damn straight.
Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
You know, I noticed a second ago, the circlet Lucia wears, it doesn't completely cover her third eye. Yeah. If you look back at the scene before she makes the last of that speech, if you look at it from the angle they put. But anyway, let's speak to our crew. We'll start with the Doman contingent, Magni. With the Mole, champions of the Nodam, and the Dothal having sent so many here, I had thought to defend the steppe in their absence. And I would have done so if it were not for my stepbrothers. They urged me to grant our allies the sun's might, that his radiance may deliver them unto victory. Though I must tolerate the presence of this Pharaoh Dothali dog, as first among my brothers, I could do no less than accept this challenge. My deeds will become the stuff of legends. Sadu? I care not for the Iron Men or their troubles. It is the destiny of the weak to die in ignominy. Even so, I will do as I have agreed. I volunteered to join this band at Sirina's request, and if she thinks it's a worthy cause, that is reason enough. Though we hail from different tribes, our bond has grown strong of late. She is much better company on a hunt than any of the steppes Orfish men could dream to be. Oh, Rostic, I thought it was Serjak. I am glad to see you well, Chris. Grandmother was worried for you. The night I agreed to come hither and join the contingent, the gods sent her a strange dream. 2 suns, one burning red, the other frozen black. Closer they circled, closer and closer. And as they danced, the world fell to ruin. In blinding chaos, she spied blackened silhouettes, and knew at once that one was yours. Yet we knew not how to interpret this dream, save as a sign that great danger awaits. But whatever lies ahead, I will walk with you, traveler. Rostic, long time no see, brother. Allow me to express my deepest gratitude for your role in liberating Bolgia. Me and my countrymen owe you more than we can ever hope to repay. Now that our dream has finally been realized, Basaljan has seen fit to send a few of us to join this expeditionary force. I hope our skills will be of use. Alright. Ishgard. Long time no see, Alberic. I was trying to remember. Alberic is the quest giver for the Dragoon quest line. Let me have a look at you. A touch nervous to enter the battlefield, perhaps? Well, I shall be out there alongside you as a temple knight serving with your fine van. Though I may not look it, I was the Azure Dragoon once upon a time. So you can rest assured I will give all that I have in the coming fight. It certainly won't be shown up by you or Estinian. Steve! What's good, brother? If it isn't Chris! 'Tis thanks in no small part to you that the manufactory's future is looking brighter than ever, my friend. I am pleased to report that I and a handful of my colleagues have been selected to join the contingent. Ere the expedition is ended, even the Temple Knights will be singing our machinist's praises. Once they have borne witness to not only our mechanical proficiency, but our combat prowess too, of course. Madeleine? Well, well, if I'd known what a social gathering this would turn out to be, I'd have dressed for the occasion. Still, this seems the perfect opportunity to mingle with the other guests. Would I be correct in assuming those ladies over yonder are Sirina and Sadhu of the Steppe? Perhaps I should introduce myself, though I don't much like the look of that fellow with the enormous axe. You shouldn't. Maxima? I cast my lot with the populares to bridge the divide between Garlemald and her territories, that all may be united in common cause. But we were disparaged as a radical element, dissenters looking to destabilize the Empire from within. Many friends, and even my parents, perished in unfortunate accidents. I too would surely have met the same fate had I not defected. Nevertheless, I still dream of equality and peace for us all. As the world itself stands on the brink of collapse, I hold out hope that one day that dream will become reality. Alright. Chuchito, how's it going?
I'm so glad I found you. I for you a letter from Master Hammond. Let's read it together, shall we? Now, let's see here. I've every confidence that your fist shall bring the Telophoroi to their knees. And should you espy any beautiful maidens thereabouts, perhaps sing to them my praises. Charming, master. Well, more fool me for thinking that letter would contain something actually inspiring. Let's just, forget this note exists and focus on the battle ahead.
Old pervert.
Hammond Holy Fist. The old pervert running joke. Never fails.
He'll never change.
We came as quickly as we could. We would follow your example and devastate the Telophoroi with the full extent of our powers. Worry not for your brothers, Busi. We will return soon enough.
Broenba! I'm here representing the Marauders Guild, and it's my job to keep the Smiths out of harm's way. Mind you, with them hammers of theirs, they can put up a fair fight themselves. With a bit of luck, this will be over and done with before you know it. Maybe when this is all over, you could pay the Axemaster a visit. He still tells all the new recruits about the time you killed Kujata and avenged that boy's parents. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Pippin? Often his father told me of the struggles faced by Alamigo in the days of the occupation, and I too have crossed swords with the Empire on many occasions. Though Garlemald has long been our bitter enemy, Her Grace has elected to bolster the Ilsabad contingent with members of the Immortal Flames. As representatives of the Sultanate, we are one in our commitment to the cause.
Yeah, all men got that. Until the Empire fell, Gallians were the only ones we was allowed to impose tariffs upon at sea. Weren't easy pickings, but I made myself a pretty girl. Since they've been so generous to me and mine, perhaps it's time I returned the favor and gave a little something back. Good. Alkazoka, how's it going?
Greetings, Chris. The time has come for us Marines to show our valor upon the battlefield. All who see us will know of our name and quake before our might. To victory, come hells or high water.
Arun?
In case you were wondering, Eshiva will be staying behind to defend the Twelveswood with my sisters. She was of the opinion she would make a useful addition to our contingent, and was eager to make good on her vow to accompany me as well. Which was flattering, but ultimately it was decided that her skills would be better put to use keeping our homeland safe. I am of course obligated to share with her every detail when I return. Gidalo, and not rocking a harp yet.
I can't lie to you, Chris. I wasn't entirely for this whole thing when Sunson spoke to me, but if it means being your brother in arms, then who am I to pettifog? I shouldn't be so hard on him, I suppose. This bard unit is quite impressive, really. Yes, one must give credit where credit is due. Rather uncouth for one to do so otherwise, after all.
For those of you who don't already know, Gidalo was part of the Bard's quest line beyond level 60. But his comrade Samson is here as well. Our prowess has finally been recognized by the Order of the Twin Adder. Naturally, Gidalo is also here helping us. Whilst his ability as a bard is unmatched, I do worry about his judgment. However, you need not. I shall be keeping a close eye on him, I promise. Anyone else before we talk to the Scions? No? Cool. Estinian?
I did not expect to see the other former Azure Dragoon here of all places. As he well knows, I'm not one for verbose greetings. We shall instead let our lances do the talking once we are on the battlefield. Then we'll see if the other has been diligent on his training.
Graha? This is extraordinary. To be in such company. The finest our allies have to offer. With comrades such as these, we are bound to succeed. I'm certain of it. Alice? I was half expecting to find the man who taught me red magic amongst our number, but he's nowhere to be seen. I suppose he's had his share of unpleasant experiences with the Empire, but so have we all. Perhaps there is some other reason. Well, in any case, I have a feeling I'll see him again once this is all over. I'm sure he'll be pleasantly surprised by how much my swordplay's improved since we last met. For those of you who don't know, Alice was... it's, Zeruntia, if I remember right. Firex, feel free to back me up here on this one.
I think so. I think that's his name.
Yeah. But yeah, he's probably busy training Arya.
Mm-hmm.
Or doing whatever it is he does. Anyway, Urianger?
Blessed are we to have made countless steadfast allies o'er our journey's course. Indeed, we are joined today by many new acquaintances, who in time shall we come to call our comrades, and mayhap friends.
Thancred? I've close ties with the scouts of the Eastern Alliance and the various resistance groups, and they're an absolute joy to work with. Alphino? We've been part of joint military operations like this before, with far greater numbers, but for some reason this feels very different to our previous experiences. Despite having shared little more than introductions, there is already a palpable sense of camaraderie. Lastly, Lucia. I've led troops into battle many a time, but never a unit with such a diverse range of talents. While I've been briefed on their capabilities, I expect you could provide additional insight into their strengths and weaknesses. I'd appreciate any advice you have. Alright. Yashola? Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabad. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors? Alright. Sirna? We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Here you go. Oh, the talismans! We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. And before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Othard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid, we keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war.
Arun? Yes? So these are the famed warding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. I myself am especially grateful for this opportunity to visit distant lands. I wish to follow in the footsteps of Master Atoa and learn all there is to learn of this star we call home. Indeed, that is the primary reason I volunteered to join the expedition. To journey outside the Twelves Wood, much less enter into Imperial territory, is a rare privilege afforded a Pajal. Not that I'm tagging along to see the sights. The Gallians would benefit from my healing magics, as would our comrades, should fighting break out. Sigurd? I've got something for us. Them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Einzar instead? Buggered if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilfield told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing. So let's set sail! Or however the saying goes on airships.
Lise? That a set of warding scales I spy? Not that I would know what they'd look like.
Here you go.
Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves. Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? Nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs.
Lucia?
Warning scales for the Asgardian delegation, I take it. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory.
Here you go, Maxima. Do you have a warding scale for me, too? Why not, buddy? Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the code of Ilzabad, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild. But understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now, let us proceed to the Alamegan Quarter.
While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. Alright, Alfredo. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Uliange and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be bothering Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Hark! Is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor, I hear? Oh, whoops, wrong voice. But how? I have my ways. Oh, yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabad without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. Now, you will wear these garments I have made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather, the pure pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? I did have one other thing to share. Agmus and Blumida have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while, to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Oh, why not? You can keep Cryo company in the Baldessian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Agnes and Blumida did a fine job in carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if something similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. All right.
Well,
what did we get?
Well,
the North Sea coat.
It looks.
It's decidedly similar to my glacial coat. But I'm definitely going to wear it. First, cast Glamour. Alright. This went on a little bit longer than expected, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more in just a moment. If you're watching on Twitch or live from PlayStation, stay tuned.
If you're watching on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below, and here are the links to get you on your way. We'll see you all in the next episode.